Kauravas and Pandavas. The throne of Hastinapur was the apple of discord between two brothers, namely Dhritarashtra and Pandu of Kuru royal dynasty. Dhritarashtra was the elder one but blind. So, the younger brother Pandu accepted the responsibility of running the kingdom. Dhritarashtra carried the grudge. He had sired 100 sons who came to be known as Kauravas. The eldest Kaurava, Duryodhan, was an evil-natured royal. Pandu had 5 sons: Yudhishthir, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul, and Sahadev. All the 5 were noble characters. Draupadi was their common wife. After tragic death of Pandu, blind Dhritarashtra was put on the throne. Pandu's sons demanded their share, but Duryodhan refused even to yield needle-head-sized land to them. Lord Krishna, the great political ideologue of that time, was on the side of Pandavas. He tried to work out a compromise between them, but did not succeed due to the obstinacy of Duryodhan, who even tried to take him hostage. The attempt failed. Mahabharat war declared. The adamance of Duryodhan resulted in Mahabharat war. All the kingdoms of the land of Bharat got divided in 2 camps, namely Kaurava camp and Pandava camp. As the clash became inevitable, the 2 formations lined up in the battlefield against each other. The lineups were made up of the clan members, elders, kith, kin, friends, near and dear ones. It was not a fight for a piece of land, but confrontation between 2 opposite ideologies. Pandavas stood for Dharma, the rule of righteousness, whereas Kauravas were for Adharma, the expansion of imperialism. Hence, this battle was called Dharma War, the clash of 2 political and social values. Chapter 1 Vishada Yoga, Dhritarashtra and Sanjay. Dhritarashtra was born blind, but his powers of hearing and insight or blind sight were exceptional. Sanjay was his friend who was blessed with divine sight. He could see things happening thousands of miles away and give a running commentary. When the battling forces gathered in Kurukshetra, Dhritarashtra wished to know the blow-by-blow account of the war. So, he invited Sanjay to his palace and said, "Friend Sanjay, tell me, what are my battle-minded sons and those of Pandu doing in Kurukshetra?" Commentary on Mahabharat. Sanjay turned on his divine telesight and saw the scene of the battlefield. He spoke, "King, Duryodhan has surveyed the battle formation of Pandava army and approached Guru Drona, saying, 'Guru, your capable pupil and the son of Drupad, Dhrishtadyumna, has set the mammoth Pandava army in strategic formation. See it, please.' So, what does Drona say?" Dhritarashtra asked eagerly. Guru Drona and Duryodhan. Upon Duryodhan's request, he surveys the Pandava lineup and says, Dear Duryodhan, I can see their great warriors like Bhim, Arjun, Satyaki, Virat, Drupad, Drishtaketu, Chekitan, Kashiraj, Purujit, Kunti Bhoj, Yudhamanyu, Uttamoja, Abhimanyu, etc. in battle-thirsty mood. But don't worry, none of them will hold his ground against me. To his remarks, Duryodhana reacts, O most sublime Brahmin, now look at my warriors. I have made the grand man, Bhishma, the commander of my armies. You and Karna-like archer warriors are with me. Besides this, I have conqueror-like Kripacharya, friend Ashwathama, Dushasan, and the son of Somdut, Bhurishrava. Protected by Grand Man Bhishma, our army looks invincible. You are right, son, responds Drona. Assured I am, O Guru, said Duryodhan proudly. Sound of the conch shell. Just then, Grand Man Bhishma stood up on his chariot and blew his conch shell, sounding like roar of a lion, which delighted the heart of Duryodhan. Kaurava army has followed it up by sounding conch shells, drums, kettle drums, tom-toms, and Narsimha bugles. The terrific battle sound inspired Pandava's side too to respond. Arjun and Krishna, graced on a sublime chariot with white horses yoked to, sounded their respective conch shells boomingly. The fierce battle sound response of Krishna's divine shell Panchjanya, Arjun's Devdutt, and Bhim's Pondra struck terror in the enemy hearts. Those sounds were amplified by the conch shell blowings by Yudhishthir, Nakul, Sahadev, Kashiraj, Shikhandi, Drishtadyumna, and the Pandava ally kings into a thunderous declaration of war. Arjun amongst kith and kin. When the conch shell sounds subsided, Arjun spoke to Krishna. Lord, please drive the chariot to the middle of the battle lineups. I want to see the battle-thirsty warriors of the opposite side, whom I shall be fighting against. Park the chariot there, allowing me some time to survey. O Parth, I will do as you wish. Let us go, and you shall see the warriors of Kaurava's side with your own eyes. So saying, Krishna gave a tug to the reins and drove the chariot to the middle spot, where, on the other side, stood Bhishma and Guru Drona. Now, King Dhritarashtra became very curious. He requested Sanjay to reveal what transpired between Arjun and Krishna. Seeing the curiosity of Dhritarashtra, his friend Sanjay focused his telepower to the spot where the chariot of Arjun stood. Arjun in distress. Arjun's heart was filled up with mercy when he saw his own kith and kin ready to battle. Deeply anguished, he spoke, O Krishna, seeing my own clan people in the field, desirous of a battle, makes my limbs go limp. My mouth dries up and the body trembles. My Gandiva bow is falling down. Mind is confused. I can't stand. O Keshav, All the signs I see around are not auspicious. What good shall I do by killing my own clan people? I do not understand. O Lord, I do not want such victory or kingdom. What happiness will come to me by killing my own family? One whose dynastic dharma is destroyed, he rots in the hell indefinitely. So saying, Arjun has tossed down his Gandiva bow and the quiver of arrows, and he has flopped down in the rear part of the chariot.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.